It's a good Christmas song. Hello. Hi. I was just coming up to talk to you two.
Well, good. We got something I want you and Tammy to come for because our staff, who love you very, very much, we had one of our wonderful people here who got us all together, this entire staff, and we have commissioned the senior illustrator, one of the senior illustrators of the Disney Corporation, to make a very special presentation to Jim and Tammy.
Oh.
And we want you to come.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
I was walking up to interview you. You were walking toward me. I wonder why he knew I was coming in. Because I just told Tammy I was going. What am I supposed to do? Where am I? Who am I?
All right, can I help you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
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 Isn't that something? The dream never ends.
All the different,
Oh.
all of the different aspects of the burdens that God has laid upon your hearts, whether it's the amphitheater, the Heritage Grand, Crystal Palace, the new towers, the old village, the upper room, Main Street, the towers,
Isn't that?
and the dream never ends.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's really nice.
Well,
don't
Jim and
cry,
Tammy,
honey.
you know what?
Why are you crying?
Let me
It's
tell you,
pretty.
we know your great concern.
You look gorgeous in it. Is that why you're crying?
It is one of the finest paintings that I've ever seen of both of you. You know, the interesting thing, Jim,
Oh, it's
is
that
that
beautiful.
I know your feelings about the tightness of our operation, the budget.
Yes,
But
yes.
our staff gave their dimes and their quarters
Oh,
and their dollars.
no.
Guys.
That's who has paid for this, our staff, giving just
Thank
small
you.
contributions put together.
Oh, that's-
We want both of you to know that the dream never,
Oh.
never ends.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Boy. Thank you,
I'll help you
Jeff.
for the staff. That is beautiful. You know, I wish I could have copies made for all of our partners, and maybe, I don't know what,
We can do that.
maybe someday we could do that. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Because, boy, will I treasure that.
Oh.
I'm going to be torn whether letting it hang here or take it home. It's my present. I get to take it
Yeah,
home
you
if I
get
want
to
to,
take
right? Brother Dortch, Mildred, come and stand next to Pastor Dortch, will you? And tell us what Christmas that maybe the two of you together, or when you were a little girl, or when you were a little boy, what was the Christmas that kind of stands out today as we're thinking of Christmas past?
Well, the first one that I thought of when you mentioned, memorable Christmases, both of our families are very close. And the first experience we had away from our families was in Europe. And we were dreading that, of course, and felt very far away from everybody. And all of you who are away from your families today know that feeling, and it's deep. But God planned a very special Christmas for us and let us go up to Denmark to be with some friends. And it was so unique and just a very, very special time for us. And we were
Isn't
so
it
grateful.
something, just about everybody's telling a story about Christmases that look like they're going to be terrible,
right.
but God turned it around,
That's right.
and things turned out better after all.
You know, we told our children, who gets to spend Christmas in Lapland?
Yeah.
And that's what it was. What
Yeah.
an experience.
I think what we're all saying today is this is the basis of the gospel. God turns mistakes into miracles, problems into blessings, just takes heartaches and turns them into silver bells instead of a doom sound. This is what happens. This is what happens. Tammy Faye's in the living room right now, and we
Jim,
have a
I'm
lots
over here
and lots
chatting
of
with
our
some wonderful
PTL
friends.
staff. By the way, Tam,
Yes.
I don't know where Mark Bergen is. Oh, there's Mark and Wanda. Mark is handing me a present right now that is one of the presents I wanted more than anything else. And Mark is our budget director. This is the beginning of what, Mark?
This is a lot of work that your vice presidents have put in to see that in 1986 we meet the goal of having our bills paid and of being an operation the way that you and the Lord want it to be.
This is the balanced budget that the United States is trying to obtain, And we're going to beat the country because we're looking for a balanced budget, and this will be our first balanced budget in history if we can pull this off. And this is really 5 years of work. So this ministry will be able to pay its bills. The ministry is 11 years old, so it's not a little kid anymore. It's growing up, and it has to be more responsible in its bill paying. And we live by faith, but this has been a lot of work. And this is the thing, and I want, if you're going to pray for anything for PTL, pray that we'll be able to be honorable and pay our bills in 1986.
Amen. And Jim, I believe God's going to enable us to do that. I really do. Oh, we have so many of our good friends sitting around here, Jim, the people that we love so much in this living room today.
We really do. Why don't you have everybody just say Merry Christmas and introduce
I'll
themselves.
Do it. I sure will. Okay. I'll let them introduce themselves. And all right, we'll start with here. Okay.
I'm Gene, and this is my wife, Shirley.
Hello, Shirley. And what do you do in the ministry?
I'm the Vice President of Retail.
And Shirley, this is the wife, right? Are you getting her? All right. I'm not in front of her. I don't want to be in front of her. Okay. And I know who these people
Can you
are.
imagine, Gene Shirley? You're Shirley then?
Shirley?
Yes. Their first name's Shirley, and their last name is Shirley. Can you imagine?
What did you think when you went to marry him and you were going to have a name of Shirley?
It was a blind date, the only blind date I'd ever gone on. I knew it was destiny when I heard his last name.
You said Shirley, goodness and mercy, right? Oh,
Shirley,
that's your kids, right? Okay, right here we have my dear friend.
It's a joy for us to be here, Tammy, and the people have been talking about their most memorable Christmases, and we've had many, but the last two, I think, are some of the best. We have our family here, and we're with our dearest friends.
We love you. Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without my dear friend Mona and her husband. And who is this husband?
Well, I think a word of wisdom is in order. Surely is not to be confused with verily.
Dave Lewis is always pulling tricks on me.
Verily works in accounting.
Oh, I see.
Jim, I got to tell people about the trick Dave just pulled on me. He sent me a letter to the house. He is always pulling bad tricks on me. And the outside of the envelope said, pregnancy results enclosed. Open immediately. I almost died.
I thought you'd
Dave, and then he's always pulling
can you imagine what
me.
that's going to do to your reputation down there at the...
Yeah, whole post office now probably thinks I'm pregnant.
Worse than that.
Huh?
Worse than that, when you don't have a baby, they're going to think you aborted it.
I'll just let everybody know I can't have babies
That's how
anymore.
rumors start.
And inside of it, Jim, it says this is a
national survey to see what it takes to get people's attention.
he made up his own national survey for me.